Let me connect with y'all through this message right quick. You know what I'm saying? Reading is therapeutic. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about reading is therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Growing up, man, I ain't never liked to read, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people can relate, bro. Some people, bro, when we was growing up, we naturally did not care about reading, bro. That's the last thing, bro, you could tell us, bro, is to read. A book? A kryptonite? Nah, I'm just playing, bro. But look, though, we used to think books was kryptonite when we was younger. Some of us. Now, some people growing up, they like to read, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, they like to read. They had no problem with it. But other people, growing up, they didn't like to read. And that's just what it is. Like, I was one of those people, I would not go and read, bro, a book growing up. I'm like, bro, you want me to sit here and look at these letters and read from left to right, and just sit there? Bruh, growing up, you couldn't tell me nothing about no reading, bruh. Man, you could not tell me nothing about reading, man. We were playing soccer, man, we were playing video games, and we ain't worried about no reading, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say, and to kind of like reach the people out there who grew up the same way, who never really liked to read for real, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. The more I started to mature in my walk with God, bro, and you know, when I came into God's kingdom, then I became surrounded by people who love to read. So it's like, when you're surrounded by people who love to read, you know what I'm saying? And they saying great things about reading. That's why, bro, that's why it's important to surround yourself with the right people. Because when you start to surround yourself with people who is encouraging you to read, and they telling you about this book and that book, and you know, they start to encourage you to read and this and that. All of a sudden, now, you know what I'm saying? Now you start to read too. You know what I'm saying? And my love for reading has been getting stronger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. Over time, my love for reading has been getting stronger, and it's actually very therapeutic when you read, right? It's like, it's definitely something to do. Instead of us like scrolling on our phone and doom scrolling, we could be scrolling through our books. We could be doom scrolling through books, man. I'm trying to tell you. Instead of doom scrolling on our phone, we could be doom scrolling through a book. You know what I'm saying? We could be learning. We could be gaining information and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But I also wanted to say, bro, you got to choose the right books to read, bro. Because a lot of people, they reading, but they not reading the right books. It's one thing to read, but it's another thing to whereas you got to choose the right books, man. You got to choose the right books as well. You got to, sometimes you got to pray about it too and ask God to lead you to the right books that's going to draw you closer to him. Sometimes you got to just get on your knees and be like, God, I pray that you know, lead me to the right books that is going to draw me closer to you and give me more knowledge and information about what's going on, you know what I'm saying, in different areas and in different things. So, because you got to understand, you got, I'm going to use the women as an example. You got women out there be reading all these romance, lustful books and this and that. Well, that's no good, bro. That's no good. You are reading, yes, but you're reading the wrong books. You're reading the books about all these relationship, lustful stuff. You know, a lot of them be reading these romantic, lustful books and love stories, and these be like worldly romance, like these worldly romance books and these lustful books and this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's not good, bro. Now I say pick up like a spiritual book, a book that's gonna draw you closer to God and not closer to your flesh and not closer to the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to read, but we also gotta read the right things too. And like I was saying, bro, I grew up, I never really liked to read for real. And yeah, man, like eventually when I started to read, man, I started off with reading like a worldly book. I'm gonna be real with you. I started off with reading a worldly book just to kind of get my momentum. It's like, I started off reading the wrong book. I'm gonna be real with you. But it's kind of like I was using that just to kind of like get into the habit of reading. But then over time, I got into like spiritual books. Then I started finishing a book here, you know what I'm saying? Finished the whole book. I was like, bro, then I started reading a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still working on it too, though. Started reading my Bible, you know? And yeah, man, reading is very therapeutic. And instead of doom scrolling on our phone, if we could just pick up books, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's much better than doom scrolling on your phone. You doom scroll through the book. I'm trying to tell you, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be doom scrolling through books instead of doom scrolling through our phone, bro. I'm trying to tell you, but yeah, I mean, my love for reading became stronger. And in books, bro, you could learn about so much stuff. You could learn about, you know, you could learn about how to get closer to God. You could get books about studying the devil and the enemy, you know, like learning about the schemes and the tricks of the enemy. You could get books like that. You could get books about different prophecies in the Bible and the spiritual, you know what I'm saying? The things of God. You could get so many books about so many different things. And one thing I realized, people on the same mindset, they get the same books. You got to understand, you got people out there who get these self-improvement books because they want to follow the world. It's like worldly people get a certain type of books. They get these self-help books, and these books is themed and geared towards the world. It's geared towards a person chasing the world and chasing what they want to chase. These books are not geared towards chasing God's dreams. They are geared towards you chasing your own path and your own dreams and your own careers. So a lot of these people who is on a worldly mindset, if you notice, they get the same types of books because they on the same type of mindset, and they just read the same stuff, end up in the same hell. You already know how it go. They read the same stuff, end up in the same hell because they don't want to follow God's way. They want to chase how they want to live life how they want to live, you know what I'm saying? And not how God wants them to live. And the men too, bro, men too be like on these different weird spiritualities. So they be getting all these books that's aligned with their mindset. A lot of these people be getting all these weird books about like different spiritualities. They practicing all type of like new age spiritualities and this and that. Like pretty much books that's not leading them to God, bro. It's leading them to all these false beliefs and all these false religions, bro. So the men be doing it too. They be reading the wrong stuff, bro. But I'm telling you, bro, reading is therapeutic, bro. You open up a book, you start reading, you could just feel the peace. Especially when you're letting the Spirit of God guide you, you're going to start to feel that peace. You're going to start to feel that it's damn near therapeutic, bro, when you start to read the right stuff that God wants you to read, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say, man. Peace.